What's up, people? We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. It's good to be here. It's good to be back. You just have to bear with me whilst I get that community post rolled out. Don't worry, I can see your chat this time. You know how it is. I can see the chat. Hopefully you can't hear that dog barking his head off. Just bear with. And that should be good to go. Right. Hello. All right, we're back. Angel, what's up? I see you. Punctual as ever. I'm trying to find my stream right now. Hang on. Can we play ball today? Are we gonna do that? I think we're good. Oh, I need to slap myself up. I've had a long day. I literally just recorded some Patreon stuff right before I jumped on. So I should be vocally warmed up, but I don't feel it. I don't know why. I think maybe it's the heat getting to me. I don't know. But we're chilling. I hope you guys are all doing well. But okay, what's up, my brother? How are you? How are all of you doing? I hope you're all excited as for UFC 319 as I am, because we're literally less than a week away. We are less than a week away. It is 6 days to UFC 319, and it's the first time in a while. I think I say that. I was gonna say it's the first time in a while since I've been excited for a main event of a UFC pay-per-view. But Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira had me quite excited. I mean, any time Ilia Topuria is fighting, but it feels like the back end of this year is going to look very strong, and I've been sort of reiterating that sentiment over the last few months, and I stand by it because the first half of 2025, as in terms of the UFC, wasn't particularly strong. Looks like we're finally turning the corner. Depressed because of Delidze. I'm glad he lost. Fluffy's my goat, bro. Anthony Hernandez, that's my guy. JVD, what's up? Oh, did you, my man? Yeah, I'm gonna try and integrate some free content into there because I want to make it worth your while, as much as it is for the paid stuff as well. I actually literally, as you said, that I've just uploaded, obviously just for the paid stuff at the moment, just another thumbnail deep dive masterclass video, and yeah, it was just literally just recorded that that last hour or so before I jumped on, which was pretty cool. But I'm gonna try and work in some more interactive stuff for the free members, of course, as well, like voting, like polls, things like that, a bit, and also just a bit more intimate connection with me, not in a weird way, just in a you know what I mean, in a creative way. So it'll be cool. But thank you, man. Definitely consider paying. Just wanted to see what's up with it. No sweat. I mean, I feel like I tried to lay everything out on the membership side of things. If you go on that tab, you can see what you get with each tier. I try and make it pretty clear. But again, it's totally your decision, whatever you want to do. But I appreciate it either way, my man. You being here is always great anyway. Hamzat, I'm sure you should be in camp, bro. You should be in camp. Listen, I picked Drickus, but I'm still back and forth on it, man. I'm not gonna be particularly frustrated if I get this one wrong, because to be honest with you, there's no way of telling who's gonna win this matchup. Like, you can't feasibly predict this with any sense of accuracy because of how good both of these guys are and how unorthodox Drickus du Plessis is whenever he fights. It just there's the way this is. Did I see Medic's KO? I didn't watch the full card until the back end. I watched like I had to rewatch some of them. Which one was that? Was that the slam one? I can't remember. I saw the slam. No, I didn't. I'm gonna look at this. Obviously, I wish I could show you guys. Oh, it's not even available in my country. Wow. Thanks. What about on TikTok? Or is it gonna? Oh, I can't even watch it there. No, I didn't. I'll have to watch it on Reddit or something. I know they post them on there. Adam, my man, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. It's good to have you back, my man. How you doing? Again, I don't miss. I'm on time as always. Rest assured, if I'm ever not streaming on the certain times I say, I will always give warning beforehand. I always do. So I'm always on time. Generally speaking, if I'm late, it's only ever by a minute or two, and it's usually due to setup issues. Like last time, where my OBS decided to, I had to reset the stream because actually it was my fault completely, because I decided to set it as friendly for children, which means chat couldn't even be on. So I had to reset the stream last time, but we're good. What's up, Tarek? Good to have you back. Who have I got winning? SG, it's good to have you back as well. At the moment, I'm leaning the one and only Dricus du Plessis, hailing from South Africa. But to be honest with you, mate, as I said, I was just saying it earlier to the rest of the guys, I don't think there's any feasible way of predicting this accurately. So I'm not mad if I get it wrong. I'll put it that way. If I get it wrong, so be it. I'm happy for either guy to win. I would like Dricus to keep going because I think he's just an interesting name for the sport. He has that novelty to him, which a lot of other guys in the UFC don't, mainly through his fighting style, but also because he's such an underrated trash talker, which is why I've always put him up there as one of the more entertaining fighters in the sport right now. But Khamzat Chimaev, you know, in a lot of ways provides those same benefits too. You know, obviously extremely skilled, fun to watch, and also he is quite fun on the mic too. He's a character. He maybe not be as sort of verbally scathing as Dricus is. I think few people are, but you know, he's he's his own self. We still don't understand how Dricus wins fights. Yeah, neither do I, man. I saw that clip. There's that infamous clip of him headbutting Sean Strickland in the arse by accident after swinging an overhand right. That man is the middleweight champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen. May I remind you. Whoa, my OBS is tweaking. It's tweaking. Okay, we're sweet. Final predictions for the main card. Elliot vs. Asakura, Jared, MVP, Neil Prates, Murphy Pico, and DDP Khamzat. Okay, I'll run them through for you pretty quick. Elliot Asakura, I can see Asakura getting a TKO, to be honest with you. Maybe like a nice knee in there, I could see. Tim Elliott's crafty, but I feel like age is just slowly catching up to him. And Asakura is, you know, let's not forget, he might have lost to Pantoja, but he's still a force to be reckoned with. Let's not get it twisted. And there's no shame in losing to a man like that. But I'll get the card up now so we can break it down a little bit easier. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. That is a flashbang. And that's also the Wikipedia page, which I don't want. That's also a flashbang. But we're going to have to roll with it. Okay, let's have a look. If I can get this up. There we go. Okay. Actually, we'll run through some of the prelims that I like. I'm going to give you some not tips, but the fights I like. This is criminal. How is this on the opening the main prelims? This is diabolical. This is Fight of the Night written all over it. If you don't know, if I'm using the words Dana White, if you don't know now, you know. Brian Battle, the Sultan Ruzaboyev, that is got Fight of the Night written all over it. Brian Battle is game as hell. So is Ruzaboyev. That should be a proper scrap. So if you don't know, and if you're only sort of just getting into mixed martial arts, these two guys are scrappers. And so are these two. I mean, Edson Barboza, Drakkar Klose is... I mean, I'm sure any of you would have seen Edson Barboza, obviously very much out of his prime now, but still chugging along strong. If you know that classic spinning wheel kick knockout where the guy literally just gets sparked unconscious from the heel midair, this guy was the one who landed the kick. If you don't know, I mean, he's a classic, you know, long-time vet of the game, but still an absolute killer. And Drakkar Klose, you know, he's a scrapper as well. This will be a great fight. Chase Hooper, elite jiu-jitsu versus Alexander Hernandez, who's a decent wrestler. I like this one. Fun one. I think Chase Hooper's going to take it. I'll give my predictions for these two. I don't give a shit about this. This is 319, right? Yeah, I was going to say, why is there only one early prelim? Very weird. Yeah, Edson Barboza, I think he'll get a decision win over Klose. Brian Battle, I think, will scrap a decision over Ruzaboyev, but they'll both be bloody and bruised by the end of it. Andrade Lupi Godinez, this actually has got a good fight written all over it. I'm going to go Lupi Godinez by decision. I think she'll just out-volume Andrade. And Andrade will fade into those that third round. But we'll see. GM3, my GOAT versus Alexejczyk. Fun one again. This is a high-level prelims right here. I'm going to go Mearshot on that one. I don't know why. I'm just feeling it. What's up, man? I see you. Like the stream. You know it's done, bro. You know it's done. You know it's done. Can Delizzi have a comeback? No, I don't think so. I think he's just getting too old, man, isn't he? He's quite old, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but he's had a lot of mileage. If he's not old, he's had a lot of fights. Had to build the Chicago fight right since the Pope from there. Oh, yeah, shit. He is, isn't he? Pope me, bro. That's me. Pope Leo. He knows ball, what can I say? King Green. I'm going to call him Bobby Green because it's a stupid name change. I don't care. Diego Ferreira. I mean, veteran scrap. Don't know why that's the featured prelim. I'm assuming this battle order will change because this absolutely should be the featured prelim. No questions asked. But I like Bobby Green in that. I think he could just out-volume Diego Ferreira, but Again, not too bothered about the getting these predictions right or wrong. But here we go. Main card. This is where we're talking. This is where we're looking. Abhinav, I see you, my man. How you doing? Tim Elliott, Kai Asakura. I mean, how old is Kai these days? He's still got a very solid record, 21-5. I don't know if it's going to say his age on it. I know it will. He's 31, so he's right in his fighting prime, realistically. Tim Elliott is getting on a bit. How old is he? He's 38. I mean, to be doing this well at 38 in this division, where speed and reaction time are so important, honestly, is very impressive. So I can't fault him. He's a crafty vet. You know, gave Mohamed Makayev a run for his money. But I like Asakura in that. I think the knees are going to be a big weapon for him. I could see that being a route to victory for him. Maybe a TKO, I think. TKO for Kai Asakura. I think he'll just find that shot. He'll find that shot. Tim Elliott may be rushing in. Maybe if he's even backed up against the fence, I can see a finish for Kai Asakura. But Cannonier MVP, I think MVP is going to finish Cannonier. I was very torn on this, but I just don't know how long Jared can fight. But again, this card, there's a lot of age being a big factor here on this card, and this is another good example because Cannonier is 41. He might not fight like it as much as someone else does who's 41, but MVP also getting on there in age, but his style I think works well for him here. I think stylistically, MVP will tee off on Cannonier. Jared's got nothing for him on the feet. Most people don't. There's no shame in admitting it. But I like MVP in that one. I think maybe a TKO. I'm torn between TKO and decision. Because Cannonier, I think one shot will take him down. I think he's a little bit chinny at this point in his career. I don't know. I'm going to go MVP by finish. I feel it. Neil Prates, again, what a fucking fight. What a fight. I'm going to go Prates as much as I love Jeff Neal, and he's got the power over Prates. I think these guys, the fighting nerds out of Brazil, what they're doing there is, phenomenal. And of course, we know Carlos is coming off a loss now to Ian Gary. Again, no shame in that. But stylistically, I think this fight just makes sense for him. He'll fight on the outside, and I think he'll just tee off on Jeff against the fence. I think he'll back Jeff up very well and be able to find the shots, just out volume and outwork, and he'll break down Jeff over time to a decision win. I think Jeff's durable enough to take them. But we'll see. We'll see. It's a lovely fight, though. I think it's a great scrap. Could go either way. This is one of those fights where I could get it horribly wrong. I don't know how people who were picking a guy whose best win is Anthony No Heart Smith. Who were you talking about exactly? Which fight were you referring to? Delidze? Thoughts on Charles versus Fiziev? Yeah, I like it, and it's the more I thought about it and more I sat on it, the more I was a bit less confident in Rafael Fiziev. Initially, when I heard it, I was like, oh, this guy's going to get murdered. And that very much still might be the case that Charles would get demolished in the same way that Topuria put his lights out. That is obviously going to be a huge factor since the layoff has been so short. But I think stylistically, Charles's forward pressure works really well against Fiziev. And I think maybe a more prime version of Charles, especially one that's not coming off a brutal knockout loss, could have a lot of success there. And that's still very much possible. But at the moment, I'm leaning towards Rafael Fiziev by decision, I think. Maybe a late finish. But Oliveira, if the odds are strong, I said this last stream, if the odds are good on him, I'm going to take a little punt on it. I like it a lot. I know about Tim. Yeah, Tim was beating Makayev. I know. That's what I'm saying. He's crafty. Lerone Murphy, Aaron Pico. This one, if you don't know, again, this is probably the best fight on the card, in my opinion, outside of the main. I mean, Lerone Murphy gets a lot of haters because he was able to dismantle Josh Emmett, and it wasn't a particularly exciting fight, but he did what he needed to do against a power puncher and one of the hardest hitters in the sport. Now, Aaron Pico is a bit of an anomaly because if you don't know, he's come straight from Bellator with a lot of hype around him, which doesn't happen too often. Most of the guys in Bellator who eventually make that jump over to the UFC are usually past their prime or just never good enough to begin with. I think Aaron Pico is the rare exception in a lot of ways. So I'm very excited to see him. I just think the unknowns are too much for me to pick him. Lerone Murphy, we have a lot of knowns. We know he's very skilled, very cerebral, very well-rounded, good everywhere, good in the clinch. Exceptional on the outside, on the feet with his kickboxing. His leg kicks are very strong. Great body kicks as well. And he's got good hands too. Good power. And his wrestling is not too bad as well. Aaron Pico obviously is a very strong puncher. If you go look at his Bellator highlights, they very much just speak for themselves. But I think Lerone Murphy will be able to keep him on the outside, just pick him apart. And I think he'll just get the nod over 15 minutes. And of course, the main event. Dricus du Plessis via anvil dropping on Chimaev's head. Via a bomb with a little rope fuse. Some Looney Tunes ass way of winning, because we know that's how he likes to fight. Truthfully, I cannot tell you how this fight's going to play out. I can only tell you who I think is going to win, and I'm leaning towards Dricus du Plessis through his just grit and determination, which I think Chimaev just might not be able to have in those later rounds. Whether Dricus can get there is a different question. This is always the big one. When you're talking about a Khamzat Chimaev fight, it's always a question of whether his opponent can survive the early onslaught. Robert Whittaker, as good as he is, wasn't able to do it. Will Dricus du Plessis? I think he'll have the strength advantage. I think you really might see that. I think he will get taken down, but I think he'll find a way to subdue Chimaev's submission efforts and progression to the back. I could be eating my words horribly wrong. More than happy to do so because I'm a fan of both men when it comes to their fighting styles. But I think Dricus du Plessis is going to be the man to come home with the belt, and it's going to be, and still, bellowing out the Chicago arena. There you go. Check your cupboard. Are we doing this again? Are we doing this again, you guys in my walls? How's your podcast? But yeah, we just actually uploaded literally an in-studio episode on it today. Long overdue. It took me a long time to edit it because, again, I was kind of caught up with so much stuff. Had a little bit of a mental tweak out over getting all that shit done. But it is up there now, so you can check that out. I actually haven't posted about it because I completely was working on other stuff earlier this afternoon. But I'll literally do that right after stream. I'll have to do it quickly, though, because I am going to see Weapons, the horror movie. Literally, as soon as I jump off stream, I'm leaving to go and watch that with my brother. So that's going to be very exciting. Looking forward to it. But yeah, we had a really cool episode. It's a little bit like dated wise. We were breaking down. I think we broke down this card actually. We broke down Chimaev Dricus du Plessis. I could be wrong. It was recorded a little while ago, but we're just doing in-studio episodes from now every once in a while when we feel like it's necessary, because our schedules have both just gotten super busy, and it's more so about priority now. You know what's more important, and it's not like we want to stop doing the podcast, but in terms of the numbers it pulls, it's not like, you know, if we have other stuff in priorities, like, you know, a video we're crunching on, or for me, the games channel or something like that, and he's got loads of stuff going on, of course. It's just a matter of what takes priority. But we did upload an in-studio episode not that long ago. Today, actually, it was up, so you can go and check that out and enjoy it. The sound is crispy, by the way. I'll play this for you. Look how crispy this sounds, if I can get it up. It's very, very crisp. Very crisp. Hang on a minute. Look how crispy this sounds.
There is. Let's not kid ourselves.
Derek Lewis,
most knockouts in UFC history.
Listen to these studio-ass mics, bro.
Sure.
I was tinkering with the sound, making sure it sounded banging.
My point is this whole narrative of it only takes one at heavy.
This was a sick-ass shit. I like recording it.
I find it hard how you can not say that, in my opinion.
Because he's got
crispy,
a crazy
right?
chin, firstly. He does. I don't care that he got knocked out from Joshua.
Does he any?
Yeah, you get the gist. But it was pretty cool. I love recording in studio. It's just way more fun, way more organic. So... DDP secret, he's always tired. Yeah, and he never stops fighting. Let's go damn shots. Different pair, bro. And it's summer. It's summer. I mean, I have like 5 pairs of black shorts, bro. You know, and it's summer. What do you want me to do? And that is hot in that studio, by the way. There's no aircon, so it gets particularly stuffy. It's actually not too bad. I mean, it's fairly roomy, so it ain't too bad. But there's no cold air, man. I got a bottle of water on lockdown off the camera. You can't actually see it in there. But Cheetos are Harvey predictions. Fuck knows. I don't even know, man. I have no idea. So isn't the sun wearing a big ass jacket? Who doesn't have a big ass jacket? You tell me that's not drip? Absolutely is drip. It's a sick ass jacket. If Volkanovski wears it and it's sick, then I'm wearing it. And we're not doing that. Ivar, welcome back, brother. How you doing, my man? Good to see you, bro. Always good to see you. How's training been? Training with those absolute killers in the mixed martial arts game. I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing good. Let me get my... That was loud. My phone just blared. I can play my music now. Sadly, I wish I could just play my tunes for you. I think on Twitch, copyright is not that big of a deal, so you can just do whatever you want, generally speaking. Which would be great. Because YouTube, they don't fuck about, sadly. How many subs? We're not going back to this. No way. What's next for Ilya? I think logic dictates on a base of principle it should be Arman Sarukian. What do I want to see? What does YouTube, the UFC's monetary figures want to see? It's Ilya Tapura versus Paddy the Baddie Pimbler. It just makes no... It makes all the sense in the world, should I say. They've got that storyline, which has been built up over the last 3 years, even longer now. So much good promo material there that could work. I mean, I don't need to tell you that. It's an obvious answer. Let me ask you the question. What do you think is going to sell the most pay-per-views in the UFC out of all the options for Ilia Topuria? It's Paddy Pimblett. It's Paddy Pimblett. I think they might gamble on it and try and make... I just don't want them to miss the boat on it. I want to make sure that fight happens. We're not doing this, bro. No more degeneracy in the chat, please. Let's just chill. One normal day, man. One normal day. But yeah, so I am going... I mentioned it on last stream, but if you did miss that last week, so this next week coming up, I'm going away. I'm camping tomorrow in Wales for like 5 days. So I'm going to be away from everything, which is a nice break, and I actually need it. So that's going to be really fun. I'm going to be hiking, doing all that cool shit. So doing that, and then I'm after that for a little while. I'm going to be full steam ahead on the games channel. So you won't see an MMA documentary on the main channel for a little while. Again, if you haven't seen the Lee Murray video, I can't even mention it. The Lee Murray video is out. If you want to check it on Patreon, it's there right now, live on Patreon, out early. I'm gonna plug it in the chat because of course I am. I'm a little shill. But if you want to go check that out early, you know, you can join and then unsubscribe if you like, just for the month, just to check out the video. But I'm very, very proud of it. It's awesome. The Lee Murray video, I was a bit worried it wasn't going to turn out how I hoped it would, but it's pretty fire. So feel free to check that out if you like, and if not, it's all good. I'm going to hatch a lot of eggs on Pokemon Go. I'm getting back into it. If Ilya beats Arman and Paddy beats Gaethje, the fight is bigger. Yeah, I know, right? I agree. I understand that, and I think that's what the UFC might do, but do you want to gamble on that? Do you really want to make that gamble? Because this sport is the most unpredictable of them all, right? So do you really want to take that risk? I don't know, man. You tell me. Because if I'm Dana White, I feel like everything's primed to make that fight. It really is. And I don't think the fight is that much bigger. I think the gains from that, playing that gamble, the risk is not worth the potential error or potential collapse of that fight if things don't go the right way you want them to. Because I think, yeah, if those fights happened, yeah, the fight will have more hype behind it, but not by much. You know, and I agree. I think Paddy walks Justin Gaethje, and that's not a hot take. I said that before he fought Chandler. Paddy would demolish Justin Gaethje. He would. He would really work him. I want to see the best fight, Ilya. That's fair. I mean, yeah, I'm talking from a business perspective in this context, Ivar. I agree with you. I would want to see, off of principle, I'd want to see Arman Tsarukyan fight. But fuck it. For me, I'd rather see the Paddy fight. I think that's more fun. It's more fun. Bro, I don't think that's a big deal, though. I don't think that matters. If you're talking about Paddy having a big name on his resume, the casuals don't care about that. They care about Paddy Pimblett because he has a funny haircut, he has a funny accent, and he beats people up. That's all the casuals care about. They don't care about Ilia Topuria, most of them. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. They care about Paddy Pimblett. They don't care about what names he's got on his resume. If Paddy Pimblett's fighting for a title, he's going to have a shit ton of people watching him regardless. Regardless of whether he's fought Justin Gaethje or not. It doesn't matter. The hardcores will care about that, sure. But the hardcores don't represent the majority of pay-per-view sales when it comes to a fight as big as this. I think Arman can beat him if you're throwing to a Topuria, I presume. Arman will spam body kicks as there's no threat for him to get taken down. I think the body kicks will be hard to land flush on Ilya, to be honest with you. And Ilya does such a good job with his footwork of being able to back you up to a point where you can't get into a comfortable kicking range. He's constantly, you know, pursuing, but he's not rushing you. He's just slowly stalking and pursuing, taking those steps inwards towards you so you can't settle in that kicking range particularly well. And that's what he's really developed so well over the last few years since he joined the UFC. If you see it in his most recent few fights, his forward pressure is so cerebral. It's very precise. And he never overextends, never overcommits with his feet. And that's why I don't think Arman will be able to settle and land those body kicks. Because he's got some nice body kicks, I do agree. Don't think he'll be able to land them against a guy like Ilya. And also, Ilya's got that shorter build. It's going to be a bit difficult to really target the liver. But I don't know, man. No threat for him to get taken down, sure. But listen, you're not going to be thinking about that. When you're fighting Ilya Topuria, you're worried about getting knocked spark out cold. And you have to be able to evade that forward pressure. But no one's been able to do it, man. No, Volk had success for a round. That's probably the most we've seen, is being able to fight on the outside, mobily, and if that's a word. and just sort of chip away at Ilia Topuria. But the thing is, when you're chipping away at someone, it's a long distance game. It takes the full 25 minutes, really. You know, you're chipping away, breaking someone down over time. You just can't do that against Ilia Topuria because you can't fight that long without getting knocked out. You just can't. So I think the only real way to beat Ilia Topuria is someone who is so good at wrestling and is able to get him down and keep him there, or someone who lands a Hail Mary shot, which is damn difficult to do against a guy like him. So I don't know. Watching a lot of tape for Dricus versus Chimaev. I'm looking at the tendencies. Chimaev is going to do it, ain't he? Mate, I'm very back and forth on it, but I'm leaning just Dricus just through sheer willpower. Both of them have got it, but I feel like if anyone's going to dig deeper, it's Dricus du Plessis. But the rest, again, it's one of these fights where there's so many unknowns. Chimaev could just go in there, walk in, blast double him, find the takedown, take the back and choke him out. He could do that. He really could do it in the first round. And I won't be surprised. I'll be thoroughly impressed. I won't be surprised if he does it because he clearly has the capability to do that to absolutely anyone in the division. He just does. So what I'm curious, I need to see them side by side. I want to see when we get the face-offs. That's going to be a real tell for me. I want to see the size difference. Because obviously Chimaev has fought a welterweight before, and obviously he didn't really belong there. But Dricus is very much big for middleweight. So I want to see because the strength gap is where I think the fight is won, in my opinion. Not ready to see Dricus lose. I'd like to see the hype train continue just a little bit longer because it's just hilarious. It makes for a fun time. It'll be a little sad if the fight's in the first round, no matter who wins. Yeah, I mean, with guys like Ilia Topuria, it's a little bit different because you kind of expect it. Dricus versus Chimaev, I want a good scrap. That's what we want to see, right? We want to see a guy like Chimaev and Dricus both really get tested. We've seen it with Dricus, and he's dug deep and won, and I think that speaks volumes to his character and his fighting ability. A lot of guys don't have that. You know, that's what won Bisping his UFC title, in my opinion. Yes, he won in the first round when he did it, but he was fighting with one eye for the back half of his career. And the Anderson Silva fight, which was his one before, he had to really dig to get that. Most fighters don't have heart like him, and it's the same with Dricus du Plessis. Chimaev, I don't think, has that. So we'll see the difference when it comes to it. But I think ability-wise, obviously Khamzat's the better fighter. Transitions to Chimaev, what, as in being too strong for Dricus to deal with? I think so. I think he's just very good. This is something I've been trying to implement into my jiu-jitsu game. He's so good at progressing positionally. A lot of times, a mistake I make when I'm sparring is when I'm playing a top game, which I don't normally do. I'm very much, you know, a guard player, but I've been trying to, you know, level up my my sort of the more dominant positions like side control and mount. Something I've been trying to remind myself to do is don't settle, don't try and get comfortable in side control and mount in these positions. Work, progress fast and hard. Don't give your own opponent time to relax. Progress. And Chimaev is a guy, obviously, far and away in a different context. At the high level, he does that so well. Thomas will start his training camp. Can't wait, man. About time he's got a fight. Long overdue. Can't wait. I think Cyril Gane's a good test for him. I think he's going to pass it with flying colours. But it's a test nonetheless. Something about Lucas Tracy saying DDP might just slam his gloves down, thinking he could have done more due to the overwhelming storm of Chimaev. Maybe. That's an interesting image, a bit of imagery. I can see it. Okay, right. Yeah, I knew that joke was coming. Grow up, bro. Not ready to see. Damn, you a big Dricus fan? Listen, he made me a fan. Since he fought, he proved me wrong, and I completely will take the L when I said Robert Whittaker there's no way he beats Robert Whittaker. You know, ever since then, I've always been a big fan of him because I can't go wrong. You can't predict against the man, and I'm not gonna do it now. Stream reacts, what you got for me? Matchmaking, the UFC. Oh no, I put it in. That's my Steam page, which just opened for some reason. Can you see that? My OBS is kind of small, so I low-key can't tell. I think you can see that. Yeah, I move a little bit. Matchmaking UFC lightweight division. Obviously, Oliveira is booked. Topuria Sarukan. Yep, makes sense. Holloway Hooker. Sure. I wish it was Gaethje. I think but Gaethje Pimblett makes more sense. No, I do it the other way around. I would rebook, since it didn't happen last time, Dan Hooker versus Justin Gaethje, and then Paddy Pimblett versus Ilia Topuria for me. Fuck it. And then do you like Max versus Arman? I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, none of these matchups are bad. I think all of those make sense to me. I like all of those, the ones you put there. Gamrot Dariush 2, sure. That was a great fight last time, UFC 280. Moicano Chandler, yep. Great build up to that. Benoit Saint-Denis, Mauricio Ruffy. Nah, man. Give Benoit another sort of relatively a bit of a bigger step up than his last layup. But not Ruffy, that's harsh. Dawson Bahamondes, I like that. Alvarez Rodriguez at welterweight. A welterweight? Why a welterweight? Am I missing something there? There's probably context there I don't know, right? Either way, I like them. I like them, man. Let me get my chart back. There we go. Chimaev has no stone unturned. I mean, the best don't, mate. The best don't. See, Volta Volker's fighting Ryan Spann. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, Ryan Spann is just very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Like, he has a lot of potential and great athleticism, just doesn't use it. I mean, that knockout of Dominic Reyes was incredible. I mean, sad to watch, as I'm a fan of the guy. That's an Instagram reel that's just opened. My Instagram is Leo Cooper MMA. It might be leocooper.mma. It is leocooper.mma. Just search that up and I'm there, my man. All there. There, you know, the Instagram's a great place to reach me, man. Reach me. If you want to DM me, I always respond. But also then he gets Ruffy so we can see a Frenchie go. Just, yeah, fair enough. Joe said he wants to move up to welterweight. Okay, right. I like him at lightweight. I think he should stay there. Is Lucas Brzezinski the worst fighter right now? No. Who is? That's a good question. Is he on a really bad skid? He's not that bad, is he? Oh, he's up there. How's he not been cut? Surely he's been cut. He's 9-7. Holy shit. That's pretty wild. Well, I mean, Tapology is saying he's 9-6, so I don't know. I mean, he's lost to some decent guys, but he's been finished by all of them. That's not. I mean, he's beaten Volta Volker though, so I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, man. I think that's a solid win. That probably edges him out a little bit. Flying Squirrel made a point about not just enough dudes like Chimaev in South Africa. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point. I mean, I think, obviously, MMA is still growing in South Africa and in Africa in general. You know, with that is going to come some pitfalls or shortcomings in the training camp in the sense that you have to, it's a bit more of an effort to get people to come in and train to emulate that style. I mean, very few people can anyway. But South Africa is very much out of the way for a lot of people. So it's an interesting point. I only named 2 French people I like genuinely. Well, I'm trying to think of like footballers. Thierry Henry. N'Golo Kante, bro. N'Golo Kante. He has to be on there. Then apart from that, yeah, I ain't got none. I'm out of ideas, man. I can't think of any. Genuinely, I don't know. Tadivo for the footballer and my friend from school. You're friends with a Frenchman. Be gone with you, bro. No, I'm joking. I like all people, man. Mbappe, no, fuck Mbappe. He knocked us out. He knocked us out of the World Cup. I don't forget. Is there any French fighters I like? I don't know. I don't even like Cyril Gane. I don't really like Benoit Saint-Denis. I'm indifferent to Manofiora. Nasty Near Mother I don't even like. Yeah, you're right. They're all boring. Morgan Shari, he's alright. But he got whooped by the GOAT Nathaniel Wood. I mean, I'm struggling here, gang. I can't lie. I'm struggling. Any like Fares Yam? I don't mind him. I don't like him. Same with William Gomes or Umar Sy. Like, you're not wrong. There's not a lot going for these guys here. It has to be said. Not a lot. Chamber from how is he French? Oh shit. He's a good French person. Okay, fine. I trust you. Real man love Kevin Jusset. Yeah, go. Oh, real. Whoever made pan is a good French. Yeah, I take it back. That's facts. And whoever made fish soup, that's a French cuisine. Fish soup slaps. Don't talk to me, alright? It bangs. Try it. Marvel was intolerable. Is tolerable because you're not Desi. You're a generational Izzy hater. I don't really understand it. And I'm not asking you to fucking write soliloquy over why, because I know what you're gonna say. I just don't care. Trust me, fish soup bangs. Don't knock it, bro. I'm telling you, fucking good. It's good food. It's good food, man. It's good food. Trust me on that. Oh shit. I'm good. Oh shit, I need to charge my phone. Phone cable. Come here. There we go. Trust me. Fish soup. I might have to make it low key. Might have to. I mean, I'm trying to think what's the go-to nationalities and what's the what? I mean, French bottom tier. Okay, no, I don't want to get a little. That sounds kind of sounds racially motivated. I'm gonna hold off on that. Not intentionally. Put a post on my Insta matchmaking good weight. Sweet man. I would say give me a link, but it's. I mean, try. You can't actually, can you? YouTube again. It won't show up for me if you try and put a link. I'm sorry about that. It's really annoying. I don't know why it does that. I'm a generational Izzy hater and proud. You're happy to do that. I don't think you can hate on Izzy for what he's done in this sport, to be honest with you. You know, he's the second greatest middleweight of all time. I mean, on that, though, on that topic, Dricus du Plessis, you can talk about that, you know, in the sense of if he beats Hamzat Chimaev, where does he stand on the all-time rankings? Because I think there's a very, very plausible case he goes ahead of Izzy. I mean, this will be his, what, third title defense? And I know Izzy had... Did Izzy have 4 or 5? But he's also a 2-time champ. Maybe he needs one more. But the resumes... Dricus's resume, if he beats Chimaev, is pretty fucking phenomenal. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a very solid resume. I mean, that would be Strickland twice, Adesanya, Rob Whittaker, Darren Till. A lot of the same wins as Adesanya, actually. You got Brunson and Tavares both in there. Rob Whittaker as well. Similar resumes. I think he needed one more. I think he would need one more to pip over Adesanya, I think. I mean, I'm looking at Adesanya's... Let's have a look. Let's bring it over here. Yeah, Dricus du Plessis, that's his name. And we've looked at Adesanya. Look at these, bro. That's sad, man. It's what happens when you fall out your prime. But I mean... No, to be fair, a win over Alex Pereira as well. How many title defenses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had 5 title defenses and then won the belt again after he lost it. It's hard not to. Yeah, I think he needs more. I think he does need more. I think he needs more. But it's a crazy resume. I mean, Yoel Romero, yeah, it was a boring fight, but he beat him. Whittaker twice, even though you could argue Whittaker won the second. It could have gone either way, so I'm not mad. An actual good Gastelum. Derek Brunson, Brad Tavares, solid wins here. Vittori's a solid win at the time. Out of his prime, Anderson Silva, yeah. That Paulo Costa was good, not hearing otherwise. I mean, just put this into context. Look at this run Paulo was on before he lost to Adesanya. Look at this knockout streak he was on. So, again, these two guys, mid. Hendricks washed up, kind of mid. But 2 very strong wins against Uriah Hall and Yoel Romero. It was a good win. I mean, it was a good win at the time, being Paulo Costa. He was undefeated. I don't want to hear otherwise. Everyone thought Paulo Costa would do him in. I don't want to hear otherwise. Back in the day, everyone was saying that Adesanya might lose. And he put on a clinic against him. Yeah, he lost to Jan, but size difference was massive, and it was upper weight class. These are all very solid. I think Dricus needs to do more. As much as I think Dricus's resume is very solid. Very solid. I mean, look at this run in the UFC. It's crazy. I mean, he did beat him. Roberto Soldic as well. I know he lost to him as well, but this guy is legit as fuck. One of the best fighters outside the UFC right now. Very, very strong. But I think it's close. I think maybe one or 2 more. Easier said than done. I think Yoel and Whittaker beat him. Yoel, nothing even happened in that fight. The Whittaker one, I actually agree. I think Whittaker won the second fight. But again, I wasn't like... I literally remember that UFC 271. I remember that fight happening. And when the result was read, I was disappointed, but I wasn't like screaming robbery, you know? It wasn't like when Reyes got robbed against John Jones. It wasn't like that, you know? So I was never mad about it, even if I think Whittaker deserved the nod. And Imavov and DDP fights for hate watchers. I thought the Imavov fight was sad, man. Sucks to see. But that is the nature of the beast, man. Time's undefeated. Audio via Looney Tunes. Yeah, oh God. What job at Major Arena? Been meaning to pick it up. How expensive is it? It's cheap, right? Excalibur sword. I've seen that clip. Is it like £2? It's £2.49. I might pick it up. Fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it right now. £2.49. I can always refund it if I want. It looks fun. Fuck it. Bit of dumb fun, right? We can go wrong with it. I like you gotta make sure I don't show you my PayPal login by mistake. That would not be ideal. I'm not gonna get gaslit into thinking you've seen it. $2.49. Particularly, I will to recreate the TikTok I put in general. I'll have a look in just a second. All right, I bought it. I think. 8. There we go. I bought it. Where did you put it? Where did you put the reel? Oh, in general. Are we really watching this? This is about to. I can't hear it. It's probably. Oh, there we go. Hang on. I can't play it because there's music in the back. There's Hamilton. I'll get copyright claimed. What is this, bro? Why are you showing me a Hamilton talk, bro? Holy arse. I mean, Hamilton was fire back in the day, but it's cringe. Maybe 10 mil else? I don't have 10 mil. I am a YouTuber. It doesn't mean I'm balling. I don't earn that much, bro. One day, Games channel's gonna pop off, guys. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm plugging the Games channel because we're literally 3 off 200, and I'd like to hit that number. So, if you can, be gonna goated to me. Goated right now. Just if you're not subscribed, I know most of you are, but go subscribe to the Games channel because we're literally 3 off 200. My peak video did 2,000 views nearly, which is fucking nuts, by the way. So, please check that out for one. Check out the channel. We're going full steam ahead of that when I get back from camping. But please subscribe if you want to. Of course, you're not obliged, but I would be very, very thankful. We're nearly at 200 subs, and it's gonna be way. I mean, it's gonna be way more once I really start putting effort into it. But CM Punk swim by your crib. CM Punk is no. When you go camping tomorrow, man, literally tomorrow. I ain't even packed. I got to do that. I got to get shit packed up. I don't even know I'm gonna. Fucking hell, I don't know. I'll figure it out, gang. I might have to leave stream 10 minutes early just to sort this shit out because I don't have any time when I get back home. Going on the 29th? Where you going, man? Turtles, what's up, my brother? Good to have you back. George, I see you. God of War 2018, valid. That's a solid game. Overrated, but still very good. I might do a games channel video on that, actually, now I say it. I might do that. Yeah, you know what? I might. I haven't talked about God of War. I like it. Turtles, how you, my man? Hmm. Hmm. Another peak video milk. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to. The videos are authentic, man. They're literally just my thoughts on shit that I want to talk about, and I don't want to talk about another peak video. Milking it is not what the channel's about, in a lot of ways. As a British man, what's your favorite Simon diss track on the Simon video? I thought they were all shit. I hated that era of YouTube. I thought they were cringe as fuck. I think the Rotor Short diss tracks are one of the most cringe-worthy things I've ever seen. They're terrible. Like I don't know why people like that shit so much. It generally makes me cringe. What do you think about a God of War movie with Jason Momoa, or it stars him killing Ares and the fight between him and all the Greek gods with flashbacks to his origin story? I like the concept, but Jason Momoa should not be good. Should not be Kratos. That's terrible. Just because he's a big muscly man, I don't like it. But I want a lot of god killing. That's what I want. I don't know who else. Not him though. KSI sucks. No. Ferguson. Salt Pappy will somehow beat Tony Ferguson, as depressing as that sounds. Yeah, Kratos should be Chris Pratt. Yeah, exactly. Fire. No, it's not him or The Rock. I'd shoot myself if The Rock was playing Kratos. I cannot handle that. I'm getting annoyed thinking about that. Even mentioning it. That's annoying. Holy shit. Please no. I don't know who they would cast. Get an unknown. Get a good unknown. Jack Black. Yeah. Jack Black. Cast me as Kratos. I could do Kratos, bro. I'd be a sick Kratos. I'm trying to think if I could do a Kratos impression, but no. I can't. How does Christopher Judge get his voice that low? I don't know. I mean, I could do a PS3, PS2, and PS3 era Kratos, but my window is open, and I don't want to scream that the road and my house down, because I would have to do that to actually do the impression. I know when he just screams Zeus's name, I'm not gonna do it. Generally, I'd have to belt it out. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Oh, I want to do it, but I can't. No, I can't. That's too loud. And I can't do the. I generally can't get my voice that sort of low and gravelly to do Christopher Judge's Zeus. But I can't do it. Gollum impression? No, I could. BG Media, as old days. I could probably bang it, but I'm not going to. I genuinely, I can't. I'd be too loud. I would have to fucking belt it out, because otherwise you can't get it right. Gollum impression? Oh, I'm not feeling it today, gang. I don't know, man. I'm not meowing. No. Wouldn't that be a pretty fire trilogy? I don't think you need to do a trilogy. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not, but you lot degenerates, man. Every time. Why? Why do you do this, bro? No. Fuck's sake. Every time. Can we have one? I don't think I've ever had a stream where the chat doesn't just devolve into degeneracy, man. I don't know. I genuinely, I don't think there's been one single stream in my entire existence that I've done that hasn't just devolved into shit. Because this is what it's been. Because I'm part horse. I can technically say that's true because my Chinese New Year animal, whatever it's called, is a horse. I'm in the year of the horse. So there you go. Technically. Wait. What are you? What? No. Hang on. No. Okay. Right. Okay. Fine. Right. Not speaking on that. I'm not speaking on that. Not in the slightest. Not bothering. I have no words to say. I'm not giving you a round of applause. Not giving you a round of applause. No. Jesus fucking Christ. That took me too long to understand what you actually meant. And now I do. I'm saying nothing. In the slightest. No further comment. One normal stream. One. Not possible, apparently. It's not. It's just not possible, is it? Take stream reacts. Not gonna be worth it, is it? I'm not looking at the clip, bro. I'm not doing it. I told you. I think a trilogy would be best because then you get a tragic origin story. See, this is more like it. God of War is much more important. Raising his son in 2 and 3. Yeah, actually, I like that. I like that as a concept. If you're doing it as a 3-part, yeah, I quite like. Thing is, would you want to fit the Greek stuff just in one movie? Or you talk about TV or movie? If it was a movie, I mean, that's difficult. It's difficult either way. I don't mind it as a movie. But I think committing to one is probably the smart thing to do. Like just doing the Greek, or just doing the Norse series. I think that makes. I'm not watching the clip. I have nothing to say. I told you. I'm not responding to any of those rumors. statements or claims. I'll put it that way. Not putting any away. Greek in one, you can cut a lot of stuff out. Yeah, but then nothing feels earned when you start cutting things. There's a lot of important shit. That goes with a lot. That's just the general principles, isn't it? Main origin story flashbacks. Yeah, but I don't like flashbacks. I think you'd have to do it. No. Nope. Not speaking. Not speaking on it. Not speaking on it. In between fights with him on the gods. I just rather stick in. If I was gonna do it, I would do it chronologically. Why don't you get an MMA fighter to be Kratos? I mean, if they could hypothetically, if one could act, because if you have seen, there's that one T Ortiz and Chris Cyborg. Is it Chris Cyborg? They're in a movie. It's called Operation Black Ops, which makes no fucking sense because Black Ops is an operation op. So they just say the same thing over, and it's terrible. It's terrible. I'll react to that stream another time. Paddy is Kratos, valid. Tom Aspinall, he ain't got the sort of edgy broodiness that you need to be Kratos. You know, he's too nice. Kratos is mean. Paddy is Kratos. Francis Ngannou would be kind of fire. But he wouldn't be able to do the accent, so I don't know. Figueiredo, yeah, I mean, he is the God of War, but he's also tiny. But he did dye his hair red. So there you go. He did dye his hair red. That's fair. That's a good point. And his nickname is the God of War. Acts like it too in the cage, man. He hits like a fucking freight train. Check announcements. This is going to be interesting. Great. Thank you. Paddy Caster, as everyone, only distances a wig. I mean, his hair you could probably do in about 1 million different ways, so I don't think he needs it. Apparently, I'm part horse. That's what the announcement is. Not even bothering. Not bothering. Swear to fucking God. Jesus Christ. I'm going to ask a couple more, then I'm going to have to jump off just a few minutes early because I do have to literally just quickly get ready before I go. You lot of fucking degenerates, man. Both would be fire. I think you need to do Greek in a long movie, maybe do 4 movies. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't want to stretch out too far at the same time. Why doesn't that work, man? Holy shit. I'm so sorry. That's so fucking annoying. I will fix that. I'm sorry. I know every time I post a new link, it invalidates the old one, and I have to go and change shit. But fine. Expires never. Okay. I'll put one here. That should work. And if that doesn't... I mean, that will work. I need to just... Oh, no, I had a permalink. I just reset it. I literally put it in the mods channel. So I just had it there, which I'm going to do again. So that's just there for me, and I won't forget it this time. Dumbass. Ibrahim, what's up, my man? I'm just about to leave. It's good to have you back, my man. How you doing, brother? Bro. Got to respond to my Instagram. You will. This is what I'm saying. See, look, I said it before you even said it, man. I said that free month is there for you, my brother, if you want it. If the link might have expired by now, I don't know. But if it has, bro, just don't hesitate, man. Give me a bell. It's all good, my man. Good to have you. Good to have you, even if only for a minute or two. Thank you, my man. We'll get there. We'll get there. But cool movies. I think God of War is a good game for it. I agree. I just don't like. There needs to be more good video game adaptations that I very much agree with. Vampirics legs likes. I'm not gonna say that. Do you upload your VODs? They're on the stream archives page, yeah. So you can check them. They should just be there on YouTube. It does it automatically. It's on by default. So if you go on my channel and just go on the live tab, they should all be up there, like all of them ever. So you can go back to the ancient days. Analysis, I mean, some streams. Well, there was good analysis literally for the first 30 minutes of this stream, and since then it's evolved into total degeneracy, which I very much strongly advise you to avoid. In every sense of the word. But the first 8 minutes, we broke down 319 from top to bottom, my man. So go and check that out if you like. And literally on the Patreon, we uploaded some cool shit too today. So yeah, appreciate it. But guys, I am gonna have to check it for yourself if you want, Ibrahim. I advise you not to. But thank you everyone for tuning in. Have a good morning, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world. Stay safe. Stay very much hydrated. I'll ping the Discord one more time, just in case. And I will see you. Specky, I'm sorry, my brother. I'm sorry. Bad timing. I'm jumping a little bit early today. And I will see you. That's a very bold statement, Specky. Very poor wording. Very, very, very poor wording. All right, I'll see you guys later. Stay hydrated, people.